Hey everyone, and welcome back to the SCREENY. Since the very beginning of the Got Talent TV series, auditions have always been the most interesting aspect of the show. Of course, watching the winner announcement is always great, but with auditions you never know what you're going to see. This of course leads to extremely weird auditions being seen on the show. From a dancing toilet seat to a Walmart superhero, here are the weirdest auditions Got Talent has ever seen. Before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos about your favorite movies and TV shows. Number 10. Urban Turtles. If you thought dancing was oversaturated on Got Talent, it's time you see this audition. Hands down one of the weirdest dance acts ever. The Urban Turtles wowed the judges on Britain's Got Talent 2020. Disguised as turtles from head to toe, the group performed an original dance consisting of skillful moves and synced choreography. They even incorporated humor throughout to stand out in the competition, and it worked. But I think everyone else was focusing on what exactly they're even looking at. The group implemented famous songs from the early 2000s to engage the audience and viewers at home with nostalgia. While their performance was great, we're probably not looking at BGT's 2020 winner. However, we have witnessed one of the most strangely intriguing auditions ever. Number 9. Tom Campbell. This audition is going to make you lose your mind. During late 2018, a man entered the stage of Ireland's Got Talent, and all was going smoothly. He was quick to get into performing, and some would say they wish he hadn't. From the beginning, everyone was confused as to why he was shoving clay all over his head. But it gets even more outlandish. It got to the point his entire head was covered in clay, and he started to create a new face on the clay head. The judges and audience were in a state of total shock when the art was being finalized. While some loved it, others straight up hated it, with all 4 judges eventually pressing the red buzzer. The internet was outraged with the judge's lack of an open mind, saying the man was attempting to create an entertaining art form for the masses to have a laugh at. When asked about his feelings towards his rejection, he said this.
I do other things, but I don't mind.
Oh, what else?
Well, I can play the guitar.
Number 8. Zhang Brothers. Despite what you've seen so far in this list, this act has extreme talent, unlike anything ever seen on the show. With that said, it's still extremely bizarre, and the 2 performers sure shocked the world with their audition. The 2 brothers appeared on Britain's Got Talent mid-2018, and it was clear from the get-go they were going to do something spectacular. They began their performance with an intense balancing maneuver, and things progressively got crazier. The entire act consisted of the 2 balancing in mid-air from holding tight onto each other's hands. But the world was shocked when they did this. I mean, who even thinks of this kind of stuff? Let alone practice and perform it. Anyways, just as you thought things couldn't get any more insane, they did. After walking down the staircase with his brother on his head, the standing man does the unthinkable. Despite the ludicrous concept, I think we all can agree this is one of the most extraordinary auditions ever seen on the show. Number 7. Jonathan Burns. I mean, even before the introduction started, things were weird. Auditioner Jonathan Burns was reeled onto the stage by Terry Crews in a suitcase. Of course, the room was full of confusion, but the most confusing part was when the man exited the suitcase and introduced himself like nothing ever happened. His persona was quirky from the very beginning. Just take a look at how he acted before his performance.
I cannot wait to see it. Best of luck, young man.
Okay.
Jonathan began his act with short comedic bits, such as taking off his headband and jacket, only to have the same identical pieces of clothing underneath anyway. But then he decides to grab a toilet seat and start dancing with it around his neck and waist. To end things off, he decided to take off his underpants and hold them to the ceiling. I think it's best we move on. Number 6. TRIZZIE D. Can we all agree that setting a world record for something is one of the coolest things ever? Just knowing that you've done better than any other person on Earth at a specific thing is quite incredible. With that said, however, some world records just aren't something you'd want to be known for, and this is one of them.
Tonight right here, I'm going to break the world record of watermelon smashing.
What you're probably thinking is the method of smashing, and I'm sure you weren't expecting for it to be his head. That's right, this auditioner is going to break the world record for the most watermelons smashed in under a minute using his head. With 45 melons on the table and 60 seconds on the stopwatch, TRIZZIE D went crazy, hitting the watermelon up to 3 times each just to have them fully crack. As time went on, it was clear the man was getting tired, and with a few watermelons left, he had to completely stop the act in order to regain his awareness. With only 3 seconds left on the clock, TRIZZIE D pulled through with the world record on national television. Sure, the audition was bizarre and kinda stupid, but it sure was a great watch. Number 5. Guy First. Here we have a man who entered Britain's Got Talent and presented himself extremely professionally.
Guy First, I'm 26, I'm a musician. I've been performing music since I was 7 years old.
The self-proclaimed musician stated his love for playing and creating music is something the world needs to see. He even went as far to say he wants music to be his full-time career, and his goal is to perform for the royal family. Once he took to the stage, this happened. I mean, come on! All the build-up for that? Despite his troll in the beginning, the audience loved his fart renditions of famous songs. Even Simon was cracking up. The craziest part about Guy's performance was his ability to make fart noises to the rhythm and pitch of the song. He was able to hit notes and pitches of all magnitudes to make the farts sync perfectly with the actual song. While it's impressive and all, this is hands down one of the weirdest talents seen on the show. Number 4. SETHWARD. Here we have a recurring guest, and by that, I mean he's been on the show 3 times, and he's never made it past auditions. It'll be clear as to why after you see his performances. SETHWARD claims he absolutely loves nature, and so he decides to dress up as insects and animals.
I'm gonna balance on this ball!
Yeah, that's it. There's no twist. He doesn't perform tricks or stunts. He just wears an animal costume.
Why are you here?
'Cause today's my big day!
Okay, SETHWARD.
Just looking at these clips of him, it's clear he doesn't belong on the show, and that awful voice he puts on sure doesn't help. From appearing on the show dressed as a caterpillar, then a giraffe, then finally a walrus, SETHWARD never got the AGT break he was hoping for. Instead, he just got a whole lot of boos and a whole lot of red buzzers. Number 3. YUMBO Dump. There's nothing weirder than turning on your TV and seeing 2 shirtless overweight men on America's Got Talent. Oh wait, there is. And that's 2 shirtless overweight men making sounds with their bellies.
Sound of a drop of water falling on the surface of water.
Despite everyone loving this, Mel didn't understand it one bit due to how strange the entire audition was. Even with Mel's red buzzer, the act made it all the way to the semifinals, to which they were eliminated for not receiving enough votes from the public. Number 2. The Queen. You heard that right. The Queen made her very own appearance on Britain's Got Talent. After a 1-minute entrance, the Queen decides to open the act saying this.
That's right, Mr. Cowell. The boss is finally here.
If you couldn't tell by now, that isn't actually the Queen. In fact, it's an Australian comedian, Gary Connolly. Yes, a man.
I beg your pardon.
Number 1. VITALY VORONKO. Here we have a man who entered the stage dressed as a superhero looking straight out of Walmart. He came equipped with his accordion and when asked his name decided to just play his instrument instead.
Could we have a little chat before you start playing? Can I just get your name?
The judges kept asking, but he kept playing.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
The judges got so frustrated that they just started pressing the red buzzers. At the end of the performance, he finally revealed his name.
What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name? VITALY.
Thank you for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos on your favorite TV shows and tap one of the 2 videos on screen for another amazing video.